Power FM radio from studios in West Yorkshire. Good evening, niceness, who is on the listening. Everyone who is listening at the minute. My name is Mustafa Jame, saying good evening to you all listening. Right tonight, our topic title. Right, Marcus, we would like you to send your comments right straight on Sky Power FM radio here. Right, Marcus? Our topic title tonight is what brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate this in the Gambia? What brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? Send your comments on Sky Power FM radio. Mustafa Jame at the seat. Good evening to you all listening. Yes, Marcus, good evening to you. Niceness to you. Respect. Sky Power FM radio. Abubakar Jame, Buba Jame, Gambian artist. Our topic title, what brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate this in the Gambia? In an interim, we'll be expecting City Fosa live on the line to discuss issues regarding this. City Fosa will be giving a comments on what brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia. We'll be talking to Mr. City Fosa any minute from now. Keep it locked, Sky Power FM radio. Mustafa Jame at the seat. Good evening. Yes, Brother Lamin Jame Western Supermarket. What brings about tribalism is the topic title tonight. What brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? Totally. Your comments highly welcome. Absolutely, Brother Lamin. Thanks for the thing. Respect to you, my brother. Right, we'll be discussing this in English, Mandinka, Wolof, and Fuller. I'll try my best. What brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? As well as was Mr. Ahmad Ba's comment at Nyomi, was it tribalist or accurate? Was it acceptable or unacceptable? Sky Power Radio. Kuyate and the Kumareban. Tribalism, Eradicate in the Gambia. Mr. Serifo Saho will be online in a minute from now. So if I'm trying to earn you, just accept and then we talk about this very important issue. What brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? Is Mr. Ahmad Bass comment tribalist and is it acceptable or not? Right, Serifo is all the way here. Listeners and the listeners at the minute, thank you for being there, Mr. Serifo Saho. Audience now, as our topic title we earlier as mentioned. Serifo, welcome to Sky Power FM Radio.
Good evening, Mustafa. Thank you for having me.
Right, okay, good. Serifo, tonight our topic, if you just want to flip your camera down, if you want to flip your camera, oh, that's better now. Serifo, our topic title today is tribalism. How can we, what brings about tribalism in the Gambia, and how do you think we can eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? Serifo, if you don't mind, can you flip your camera all the way around? No, the other way? Other way? That's it. That's better. Yes, that's it. Yeah, get it now, Serifo.
Okay.
Yes. What brings about tribalism, and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia?
Thank you very much, Mustafa, for having me on Sky Power.
Yeah.
It's a very, very important topic, but very, very complicated. And I don't think I have the solution. We can talk about what we think is the cause of tribalism, but the solution to it we can suggest and then give our views. I'm not sure whether that's the solution, but we can go through it. First of all, Mustafa, it's not a bad connotation if you look at the direct translation of tribalism.
Okay.
It's just having that strong loyalty to the tribe you come from, its culture, everything about it. And I think that's a nice thing for everyone to have. If you're from Mandinka tribe, you're loyal to the tribe and then to the culture and the tradition of it. And if you're from any other tribe, just stick with it. It's something which we've been created in that way. We're all from a tribe, one way or the other. So having loyalty to them is not a bad thing. I think what is bad about it, when you take that loyalty to the extreme, thinking that or saying that you're better than the other one, who is not part of you.
Right.
So looking at the nature of the whole of our settlement in Gambia or in South Africa, you find out that almost people with the same identity, the same culture, the same language, are the ones sitting together having that community. You know what I mean? So that means that's how we've been set up. That's how we set ourselves up. So we found it there that way. If we go to Badibu, you find out that Mandingas, like our lower Badibu, we have most of Mandingas are the other side of the road. Yeah, and then one of the Fullers are other side of the road. But interesting enough, we don't have much in common, like intermarriage or stuff. but we do have business together. We do have other things together. We got good friends from them. I remember when I was in primary school, in Dobo, which is predominantly Fullers, I have somebody called Dauda, is Jaura, Dauda Jaura.
Okay.
They name him after, how to call it, President Jaura. And I remember I do go to his house in Dobo to visit him as a friend. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we do have that, but still we do, you know, have our or our other relationship. You know what I mean? So it doesn't give us, or we don't think that we are better than them because we know speaking the same language. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So having that, saying that, I think what make it wrong and what make it unacceptable, like I said before, is to have that feeling that you are better than the other one. So for tribal tendency, it's been there, well, even before Islam, according to the historians. You know, you have even among the Arabs, they are all Arabs, but still they have sub-tribes. And then I think Islam came in to take that off. The mentality was within the Arabs when Islam came. And then that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to send a verse from the Quran to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell us about the whole tribal system in Surah Al-Hujurat. There's a verse there, if we can go there, I think it's chapter 48, I can't remember the verse, but if we go through that chapter, we find there Allah is telling us to paraphrase it, that you know, He's the one who created us from a male and female, and make us into tribes and nations. But for what reason? You know what I mean? To know each other, lovingly know each other. Looking at the meaning according to those who study Arabic, it's not only knowing each other, it's lovingly knowing each other. You know what I mean? So, and then the verses went on telling us that, but coming from one tribe or the other doesn't make you anything inside of God. Is among those who have the taqwa, or those who have the consciousness of protecting themselves from evil things, they are the one closest to God. That's what God is looking for from us, rather than, oh, I'm from this, I'm from that, so I'm bigger than, or I'm better than this. No. It's for us to know each other. We know that I'm from Mandinka, he's from Fulani tribe, and then we can see a lot of things. You know, it's going to be a very boring world if everybody is one tribe. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Okay, Sirifo, if I may come in there, looking at it, Sirifo, you know, when it comes to the Gambian aspect, some people, you will go to them and even speak like basic Mandinka to them, saying, you could say Abenyadi to them, they will say Mandeguma Sose, and then the Sose as well, you will say Nanga Surua Kangome. So some of those things, you know, so what are the factors causing that, Sirifo?
Yeah, I think what happened is, I think what was happening, or what is still happening, is we are teaching each other the bad element of being a tribe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So because all these things are taught. You know what I mean? We don't wake up with these things. So the society or the community we are in, they're the one who is teaching us all these things, and so we tend to go out with such a feeling. Let me have a good background so that you'll not have a reflection of the light at the top there. Yeah. So when the society is teaching us that we are this or we are that, and then we tend to go out with that to the general public, and then it comes out when we meet each other, like you said. You know, I've seen that many million times when I was in UK. We go to these ceremonies, and then I meet you as a Mandinka. I will come to you and say, Ebenyadi, Mandeguma Sose. But you already knew what I was saying. That's why you know I'm speaking Mandinka. So why not you be humble enough telling me, even just tell me, yeah, I'm fine. In a neutral language, it's not your language, because you already understand what I'm talking about. But what it tells me even that time is the caliber of person I greeted. So in most cases, it's either to pass it and know that oh, the guy is at another level, so let me just greet the rest and then go on. Or like if you have a time, you try to, you know, give that person, or sometimes I will say, okay, now, Def, you know what I mean? So to tell you that I'm not going to go to your level, you know what I mean? I have a better thing to worry about rather than I'm this or I'm that, you know what I mean? So I think the best way to deal with such a situation is not to be like that person. You got to be better than that person. If he can speak that and then he say Fula, tell him Jarama. I can't go more than that in Fula. But
yeah, but just, you know, City for to crown it all, just to make it's good to make like efforts, saying, you know, at least make a little effort, you know, to show concern that I don't understand the language, but you know, I have the interest to, you know, sort of thingy there. You understand? But Marcos here online, Marcos is saying comments are highly welcome. If you have any comments, you can send your comments on here, Skype our FM radio. Marcos is telling me that he's saying ignorance may be the bedrock of the subject, and civic education is an answer. Legislature could mitigate it. Legislature could mitigate it. How do you think? How do you see that, Sirifo?
very good point. To be honest, you know, all these things, like he said, stem from ignorance. You know, we can read a million books in the whole world, but if that book is not telling you how you're going to deal the next person on the street, my God, you may have information, but you are still ignorant. You know what I mean? So it all stems from there. Most people don't know more. You know what I mean? They may have their papers behind them, but they don't know anything more. You know, I remember when I was in London, I was working with this old man. It's a white guy, Irish guy. And then we had a meeting in the office by these top people. It's a law firm. And, you know, one evening when I came to took over the shift, and then we were talking about the people coming in and out. And then the advice he gave me was, look, be careful with these people. All they know is what they study. Other than that, they don't know nothing absolutely. Because it's been stated in the lift that the meeting room is on the basement. But these people will be going up and down from 20 times before they find the basement, you know what I mean? So, but they are highly educated, you know what I mean? But they are ignorant about just that simple instruction. Yeah? So the same thing, that's the problem, that's the root cause of it, ignorance. Anyone who has traveled or, you know, got the knowledge and understanding, yeah, believe me, will not be talking or dwell more into this. You know what I mean? And like he said, the best way to read is a civic education. It's about teaching people. Because if we can teach them to hate others, definitely we can detox them to love. You know what I mean? Because Mustafa, love is the, and believe me, like he is saying, the law may help in some instances, like in UK, you will not come out and then make a blanket statement like that without a repercussion. The law can help in that. But I think the most effective way is to teach people, let them know what is right. Let them know
that. Coming to that, you know, teaching people, you need to teach somebody who is interested in something that you're talking about. First of all, you need to know if the person is interested in that. And then Marcos here is, he make a further comment saying here, is tribe captured in the national birth certificate of the Gambia?
No. And you know what I have? Not what I have. It's Gambian. Definitely, it's not been captured there. So there's no certificate saying that, oh, I'm a Mandinka, or I'm a Wolof, or I'm a Fula, or Jola. There's nothing like that. But what I was trying to say, Mustafa, was this point that if you legislate it without teaching people, yeah, it further push it down. People will not come out in the open and do it like in UK. It's against law to discriminate somebody against a race because of his or her race, isn't it? But we all know it's rampant there. Racism is rampant. So it's going to be difficult, like you said. Some people will not be, they will not be, how do they call it, interested. But believe me, most people will, because most people love to live in a community where there's a peace and tranquility. Yeah, the old ones will be there who wouldn't want to be teach, or who wouldn't be showing any interest. But that doesn't that shouldn't stop us teaching, because believe me, you know, there are stories like we see it on Facebook, like videos like somebody donated a blood to non different race, and then before the guy on the video didn't like or accept the order race, but when he wake up and realize that the blood running in me is coming from somebody else, which doesn't look like me, and then you know his perception has changed totally. So some people will have to go through that to accept this thing. You know what I mean? To accept everyone. Others, when you converse with them, they will understand and they will say, obviously, I've been wrong for long, so let me change. You know what I mean? So I think that's the way forward for it.
Yeah, true. And then Marcus went further to make another comment saying, viewers and listeners, your comments, are highly welcome. If you think there is a way that you think this problem can be sorted, which is the problem, what brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia? You viewing at the minute, you can send your comments, it will be highly noted, and then we can discuss it on here live. Marcus went further to say that it's a giant step having that off our birth certificate. Like if it's not in the birth certificate, then we need to deal with this matter professionally. Like Sirifo, everything is interest. Some people could be brought up in a remote village where they don't have access, or they don't mingle with the Wolofs and the Fullers or tribes like that, and then they are not able to speak that one or two particular language spoken in the Gambia. So I'm thinking, is it interest or lack of interest? And how do you think we can, you said, by talking to people, we might eradicate or minimize this, but it's all up to interest. Some people might be thinking, I have no interest in this language. As long as I can communicate in my language, that's okay. Do you think that's, wise enough?
No, it's not. Like today, like I said, the only thing I can say in Fula is Yarama, but something like that. So but if I have a serious issue today, and I happen to meet a Fula man on the road and who cannot speak anything, like English, no English or Mandinka, I might be stopped for there. And if he needs to save my life, he may not understand what I want from him. You know what I mean? So it's my interest, particularly people I'm coming in contact frequently, to at least understand what they are talking about. In fact, for my own safety, I need to do this. You know what I mean? Because Mustafa, is everybody interested to know your next door neighbor's language? Though this not been teach us in a way that will, in a way it should be, if I can put it that way. But these things will come one day to your aid if you can speak it. My brother, mom and dad, went to Baisai High School. He spent 8 years there. He can speak fluent, you know what I mean? And then I remember one day we had in Banjul, we were living with the Fullers from Guinea. And then they were talking, we were outside, they were outside in front of their door, we were sitting and then doing our hataya as well. And they were talking about us in Fula, but we didn't understand. So by my brother who can speak Fula was there, he can understand what these people were talking about. And then before they finished, he told us that, look, these people sitting down there were talking about us. And then what he did, he replied them in Fula that we heard what you're saying in Fula. You know what? They all disappeared, went into their room.
All right. So, Silver, okay, coming to the next point, the Mandinkas and because if you look at all this controversy, it's mainly between the Mandinkas, Fulas, Jolas, and Wolofs. So, who do you think among these tribes are tribalists?
Look, Mustafa, what I will say might not be accepted by others.
Yeah, but that's your view. Yeah, anybody who wants in a point of view.
Myself.
Yeah.
I can talk about myself, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know, you might not be right to generalize it, but Mustafa, when I left Bani, my village, to come to Banjul for my high school,
yeah,
I didn't come at that place with an iota of tribalism in me. I didn't know it, Mustafa. When I came to Banjul and did my high school there, yeah, that's when I know that I'm a Mandinka. For me, my experience, this one, because I was in Banjul.
Yeah.
And to be honest, so I will say I didn't exercise that to anyone, but I received it from other tribes. I can safely say this. So I don't know what is other people experience. Like just I said to my friend before, when I came to England, that's when I know that I'm a black person. But before, color was not an issue to me. And the same thing that's happened to me when I left the village. Because Mustafa, I can even back that with a proof. My Form 1, we had a woodwork classes. Yeah, listen, yeah? So the teacher told us we have to make 2 groups in the class, yeah? And then a group, we're going to do a project. When I came during the break, just after break, I came, walk into the classroom. I picked people randomly. Okay, we're going to make a group. You, these, that. We are in one group. This is our group. Half of class, we're in one group. This one was Mandinka, Wolof, Fanas, Kiankas. Just imagine how difficult for Badubunga to work with Kiankas. But Kianka was in the group. You know what I mean? So, and then just after the break, one guy walked. He's not from Mandinka tribe. And then he came when can you the swing group? One of his friends answered to him, we've already made our group. And then asked who and who. He said, Shirifu, and he said, no, so do Boka swing group. Play. Yes. This is from one Gambia school. I'm telling you. Okay. So this is why I've said, I've seen it. I didn't come with that when I was, and then that triggered something in me. And then I called the young boys and then the others. I said, look, come on, let's make our group. So the group was divided straight. So all of them, though I do have some Fanafanas with me there, but the class was divided from one there. So for me, my experience is I was taught to be tribalist since at that time. Yeah. But believe me, Mustafa, that one, despite it's still in me, but one of my best friends in that school, even after school, A level, even London, he came to visit me. It's Alajam. He's not a Mandinka. He's an American now. He can attest to this. You know what I mean? Even after high school, we went to A level together. We did A level together, and then even in UK, we were together before he moved to America. He will come to my house. He will visit me. So, I have that friendship because for me, Mustafa, I think we have to judge people accordingly. We have to take people as they are. Mustafa, what I do say to people, look, we are all human before any tribe. You know what I mean? We are all human. You cannot be more than human. You cannot be better than the next person because you look or you speak this language. So it's even a common sense. You know what I mean? I think what is happening in our context now here is an easy political game to play. The politicians are playing it. And it's giving relevance to those who don't even deserve that relevance. You know what I mean? But it's an issue. We have to talk about it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. They know it, and then they knew even before going there what they want from this. You know what I mean? So, and then they will use it. I think because it's there, what we need to do is to talk about it and tell the rest of others, look, I might be the majority tribe here, but even one tribe less out of Gambia is not a Gambia yet. I cannot be better than you because I happen to be a bigger tribe here. You know what I mean? I cannot be better than you because I am from this region. I'm a Badubunka. No, it's Badubu Kiang Jara Foni Nyomi Bolonkono that makes up Gambia. Any region out of that, it's not going to be full Gambia again. You know what I mean? So let's educate one another. Let's talk to one another. Let's not stop talking. Like our last video, I said the same thing. Mustafa, the power of talking, especially when it's from the bottom of the heart, is powerful. And then if you are doing it, not for seeking any other thing, but for the pleasure of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, believe me, you will win one day. But it's going to be difficult, it's going to be tough. But we can do it.
True. Marcus is making a comment here. He says tribalism is learned because we are not born with it. It is acquired through socialization. What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's the same thing I've said before. You know, it's the community or the society that teaches all these bad elements. Because even in Islam, most of us are Muslims. But in all major religions, we accept that we come from God, pure and simple. You know what I mean? They call it natural fitra. Everybody comes from God to this world as a pure human being. This is why a child will play with anything, you know, without thinking of harming or doing any such, you know what I mean? Because it's innocent, pure, and then all the child can see is love and love, you know what I mean? So, but when we grow up, what happened? The society is telling us, oh no, you are not the same with this. You know, even within the same tribe, we have this issue. Oh, he's Kamarakundanka. No, he's Jobate, you know what I mean? No, you are not the same to him. So this thing trickled down to even the same compound. He said, oh no, this is our special house. This is for me and your dad and this other one. That's it. This other one, we are in the same boat. When it comes to the nitty-gritty of it, it's only us here who do things together. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Sirifo, coming to that, Ibrahim Asila. Ibrahim Asila is saying the Badibunkas are the tribalists.
I know him. He's a Sarawule boy. Don't mind him. I know him.
Right.
He just want to wind me up. He's a Sarawule guy. And then Mustafa, this is why holding on to tribe that much, you can make a serious blunder. Because me as a Sao, if I met with Sarawules, especially, you know, in Lycia, a lot of them there, they don't accept me as a Maninka. They call me you as Sarawule. God forbid for me to be a Sarawule. But looking at my root, the first person who came to that village is called Madi Kule. I think that Kule is from Sarawule word, something like that, means fair in color. So that person is a Sarawule. But because he went and lived with others who are not Sarawule, the descendants are Maninkas now. I can't call myself Sarawule anymore.
Right. Okay. Sirifo, what are you trying to say? Are you saying these Wolofs are the tribalists now, Sirifo?
No, that was my experience from the Wolof side. The interesting enough, I'm not going to mention this guy's name because I still know him, and if he sees this, he knows that this is Sirifosa. I know, and I don't know whether he remembered, but his name is not, his surname is not even Wolof, though he speaks Wolof. I don't think he's a Fula. I don't think he can speak Fula. I'm not sure. Yeah, but he's a Fula. You know what I mean? So he's not even Wolof, but he speaks Wolof. More than I've never heard him speaking Wolof. Sorry, Fula. You know what I mean? So this is the interesting part of it. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that. I'm saying people saying that Maninkas are tribalists. I'm saying I was taught by somebody who speak Wolof, the difference between tribes. You know what I mean? That was my first experience when I came to Banjul. First, my second year in Banjul in 4-1, because I went to primary 6 there, I started the primary school. Yeah. Though when I came to Banjul, I couldn't speak either of Wolof.
Well, can you speak? You've been living in Banjul for so long, Sirifo. Can you speak Wolof now?
I can't speak it fluently.
Why?
This is the society, not only society, but due to those few experiences, I decided to not to speak it. I decided just what if I go to Jamambu, that's what I needed. You know what I mean? So to be honest, I had that first day went with me for so long before I tried to, I got the experience and then, try to move to the center side. But that experience pulled me back seriously. You know what I mean? That experience, because even I go to offices, I speak English to them, they speak other language to me back, except English, I will go straight out to my Mandinka. You know what I mean? So you speak your language, I speak my language. That's how it was with me. The whole of before moving out of this country to UK. You know what I mean? So that's how but I have friends from other tribes, so we mix and match, you know what I mean? We mix Mandinka with Wolof and then with English. We do that a lot. And I swear, that's for a long time with me. I don't see you only just to judge you. I have to interact with you. And in most cases, I'll be reactionary. If you come to me, if I send this from you, what you send to me, I give it back to you. That's how I was then. And then for that reason, so if I stay in Mandinka, and then I was in Tobacco, I don't need much Wolof to survive there. It's almost 99% Badubokas, you know what I mean? We have, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 compound in one street. So I was doing everything. So I don't need it by then, you know what I mean? So, and that's how I was when I was in Banjul.
Sirifo, coming to that, because many people here might be saying, Aliu SK Manjang, he wants to come in as well. I'll bring it down. Aliu, you stay there, we'll come to you, in a minute. But Sirifo, looking at it, living in Banjul for that long, unable to speak Wolof, you got that many people who will be saying that is a big question mark on there. This guy must got a hidden agenda. I'm just talking to the general public, general view of it.
Mustafa,
yes,
I can dispel that within a second, because I have people there who are Wolof and living within Mandinka. The little I can go on and speak about their language, they can't do even quarter of that in my language. So who is tribalist now? At least I can go and do my things there. If I need something from a Wolof compound in Banjul, I do go and sort myself out without speaking Mandinka. You know what I mean? Yeah? I do go and sort myself out. You know what I mean? So, but my friends and others within our areas, and they are not Mandinkas, they are Wolof. We played football together in what we call Tan, in Tolbafula Leopold. We play football with them together. But we, in fact, then we will speak in, though it will be a broken one, but I'll be speaking, if I'm in the same thing with them, I'll be calling them and then talking to them in Wolof, in their language. You know what I mean? So that's how it was. So I might have a tendency of it, but 90% of people who's going to against it, I can say I'm better than you. What can you show for your interest? You know what I mean? Because I remember this happened to me when I was in the hospital, polyclinic, well before traveling. I was in high school. An old woman came and sit between me and another boy. The boy, I think, is from up. I don't know. The boy cannot speak a single word of Wolof. And then the old woman speak to him in Wolof, and he couldn't reply, and said to the Mandinka, I cannot speak Wolof. And that was a crime to this old woman. I cannot speak Wolof. Yes, the old woman was having a go at him. Believe me. How is that possible? You know, you know what I mean? So I was sitting by, but he's an old woman. I was sitting by her. I was about to say, look, my dear, I cannot speak it. I'm just next to you. I cannot speak Wolof. I'm a Wolof. So he thought, this boy just refused to speak Wolof to her because he's not Wolof. But the boy genuinely couldn't. You know what I mean? So, and then this is what the Gambians have to understand. Look, I may not have that much interaction with you, so obviously it's not my interest even to learn it by then. You know what I mean? So not everybody will come up and then speak 10 languages at a go. Yeah? But if we communicate, we can find ways to do it. That's how I see it.
Right. We need anybody who is listening now at the minute, if you can speak Wolof, any Wolof speaker, or any Wolof comment, anybody who is speaking, able to speak Wolof. And then we got one more comment from Marcus again, Marcus Jones. Marcus is saying, is there any Gambian who could count 3, 4, or 5 generations from both parental and maternal sides that all are from one tribe? The answer is definite no. So it's a joke.
This is why I've said if you go to maybe 3 generations of me, maybe my father's father came from this was a Sarahuli. That's why I was saying you may have in some tribes, you might have in others, but I believe it's going to be very difficult because our people intermarried then. You know what I mean? My mother's side, if I go a little bit down, maybe is even less than 2 generations are Fullers. Yeah, some of my siblings are fair color, like even more than most Fullers I can, if I can put it. You know what I mean? So we may have it, but it's going to be only few if we have one. So this is why it's no point trying to hang on to too much of it. You know, like I said, you can have that loyalty to it because Mustafa Wallahi, for me, I'm a Mandinka and I'm proud of it. You know, I was at the workplace before. I told them that. I said, there are a few things I will never apologize for them. I will never apologize for being Mandinka. I will never apologize for being a black person. I will never apologize for being a Muslim. Yeah, these 3 things, I will never apologize for them. You like it, you go with me. You don't like it, my friend, I might not. You might not even be needed in my life. You know what I mean? So it's none of my problem. Mustafa, racism never even get to my skin. Not to talk about under my skin. Because for me, I see it as you are the problem. You have the problem, not me. You know what I mean? So this is why I've been in England for 18 years. I've never had issues of racism. And I don't easily pick it up. You know, if I have issues with even white people, I try to look at me as a problem rather than looking at my color as an excuse. You know what I mean? So if anybody don't like me because I'm a Mandinka, it's your problem. That's not my problem. If you
but
because I'm a Muslim, it's your problem.
Right. Sirifo, coming to that, how about the way you are talking and the way you are reacting? How about if the Wolof people should say the same, saying, you know, I'm proud to be Wolof, I'm this, I'm that. If they should be talking like that, Sirifo, how would that in turn?
Mustafa, I want everybody to be proud of your origin. You don't make yourself Wolof. You don't make yourself Jola. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creation for you to be Jola, for you to be Sarahule, for you to be anything. He decided for you. We didn't have any say in that. You have to take that and then take a wisdom from that. Why Allah made me from this tribe? But like I said, inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. The best among you from the side of your Lord is one who got taqwa. You know what I mean? That being proud of it doesn't necessarily mean that you are better than the next person in the street. The only thing that makes you a better person is from your qualities. Mustafa, If you see a person and you went straight and judge him because he's a Wolof, you have a problem. You know what I mean? If you don't see a humanity first, but you see a tribe, you need to go and see a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? You need some mental checkup. This is how I'm going to put it. But it's been one to be proud of being yourself, but it's another thing to be boastful or being too arrogant about your tribe. Or quality, no, these are things, they're just out of place, they're out of context. Anything, any type of person in the money you see in the Maninga group, you go to any other tribe, you will see a photocopy or a common copy of it in order to being a good one, bad one, average one, the same. And anywhere in the whole world, you go to any community, you will find the same thing. Because human beings, we are all created from one source. We are all created from, this is why when Allah is saying this verse, he's not calling for you, ayyuhalladhina amanu. No, he didn't call, oh, you who believe. Yeah, ayyuhannas, oh, all of you, humanity. We all have one origin, Mustafa. One origin. Even the how the down theory, how do they call it? How do they call it again? The down theory, which says we are from monkeys, I don't know, whatever they said. So even them believe that we have an origin, and that is Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? It's our mom and dad. So anybody holding this, believe that I'm better than the next one, is just like a Iblis, Satan. Satan lost his honor and everything because he said he's better than us. He's better than our father, Adam, when God created him. So, Mustafa, believe me, I give that chance to everyone to be proud of who you are, with context.
Right. Yankuba, Sirifo, Yankuba, Mr. Balajo is online. Yankuba, I don't know what is your take on this, what brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate this? You can write your comment, if you think, this worth sending comment. And then everyone who is listening or watching at the minute, we would definitely like you to share this blessing or share this, so that, we could eradicate this and then sensitize each other about this. But Sirifo, if you look at this whole problem, this is mainly between the Mandinkas and the Wolof. Why is that?
Wow, that would be yet still that would be a hard thing to diagnose. I think yes, we have that feeling of Mandinka and Wolof before Yaya Jammeh.
Okay.
I was not that old, but like I said, when I came to Banjul was Jawara's time then, you know what I mean? And then there was this thing there, Mandinkas and Wolof. To be honest, it dated back like even colonial time when people want to have their independence. Like, looking at the tribalism, looking at the history of it, it's the same people try to come together and stick to the common value and stuff like that. So in most cases, human beings don't want domination. So they want to be dominating, but they don't want to be domination. So I think what happened at colonial time, this is my own take of it. This might not be what really happened. But colonial time and after colonial time, before predominantly there were the people in Banjul are Wolof and then like how do you call it? The Akus, you know what I mean? And then they were the first to go to school, I can say, or they were the first to be exposed to Western life or Western people. And then some of the management and running affairs of the country was in their hand. And then when the Badbunkas and then some of people tried to come to Banjul as our capital city for all of us, and then to make a living there, you know what I mean? And then we've not been received well by these people. Like I said, even in Europe it's happening there. When black people came, the whole immigration stuff is about black people, mainly, you know what I mean? So you will fear this of dominance, or I'm here in charge and then somebody will come and dominate me, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't born then, but I had, even when rainy season come like this time, people would go around Banjul and calling people sources to go back and go to the farmland and farm. You know what I mean? So these things might be stemmed from fear of dominance for sources to come and dominate them. And then the resistance, that's what brings all this out. You know what I mean? And then when Yaya Jammeh came in, he moved it to a next level. You know what I mean? And then, believe me, I'm in Gambia now, and then I can see that here. He put it to the next level because he knew politically that was his chance. I don't know who advised him on this, on that, but he knew the only way he can rule this country without certain tribe coming together, yeah, or Mandinkas coming together, try to kick him out, yeah, Mandinkas cannot do it alone. But this is how they advise him. So he has to go against them, yeah, so that he can rule for many years. And it works for him. That's how he did it. But believe me, yes, we are this tribe, we are that tribe, but we tend to coexist peacefully. You know, like my friend Marcos was saying, you know, you have a lot of Mandinkas married to almost every tribe. You know what I mean? You have other tribes marrying to Mandinkas. But believe me, if you look into the history, you find out that the Mandinkas are more likely to go out of their comfort zone and bring other tribes in. You know what I mean? In Gambia here. I don't have any statistics on this, but according to the few I am aware of, this is what happened. So Yaya Jammeh took it to this level that Mandinkas think that they owns this country. We did not think that way. You know, some might say it, some may come out with it, like even some Wolof or some Fulas might come out with it. But to generalize it, to paint the whole tribe with one brush, saying that this is how they feel, this is what they want. And then he went to the extent of insulting us. Mandinkata juo sila ni sirang kang. Kamu natin na fata mo sirang te ate sindakan. You know what I mean? So he went to that level. And this 2015-16, he was trying to do ethnic cleansing. That was his. And then thank God, other people, the people of Gambia, not only Mandinka, realized that we need each other. You know what I mean? Because if Yaya Jammeh, you know, clean the whole Mandinkas here out, maybe one of my sisters will be husbandless. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we came together as Gambian and take him out. We said we don't want it. So this is why it's so disappointing. So disappointing. Rather than trying to mend fences, Ahmad Ba of all people.
Yes, I'm coming to that, Siriko. I'm coming to that in a minute, you know, because I want to come to that. Mr. Aliu SK Manjang wants to come in. Every tribe is interrelated one way or another. This is the comment made by Usman Dundu Jawara. He said every tribe is interrelated one way or another. Marcos is saying party, I mean. So coming to this point is like Mr. Bat's point, because there was this meeting they had in one of the Nyomis, a Secretary of State or a minister like Mr. Ahmad Ba made a comment in the Nyomis saying that the Mandinkas, so he made his comment or statement he made. I don't know if that is tribalist or is that acceptable or unacceptable, Sirifo, saying the Mandinkas, they think they own this place. So is that the mentality running in all the different other tribes, do you think?
This is what I was saying. Yaya Jammeh tried to put it the rest of the people except Mandinkas. You know what I mean? And then he succeeded at some length. You have a very right or open-minded people who don't buy it. But most people, or some people who don't know much like me, they bought it from him. And then I thought Amadou Ba, what is his name again?
Adama Barrow.
No. The guy.
Ahmad Ba, yes, Ahmad Ba.
Ahmad Ba, you know, fell for it, if I can put it that way. Because like I said, you may have Mandinkas who may feel this way. No doubt about that. Yeah? You may have people who don't know more and then feeling that way, that we own this place. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, brushing the whole tribe, that Mandinkas think that they, even he was doing the action like this, putting their, soldiers up that week. I think that's cheap and lazy, if I want to put it blunt. You know what I mean? So if you don't have much to share with people, especially meeting with people, farmer store is a constitutional mandate for people like them to go around and meet people and see their problem and trying to think of ways to resolve it. But what you creating, division among them, because that place you have almost all the tribe there. So maybe next to me is a Sarawule. So what are you creating? I think this statement was, some might say, oh, you have taken it out of context, but there are certain statements you don't even have to be said. Look, this is one of the noblest advice from our Prophet ﷺ. If you don't have good to say, keep quiet. I think this is what Ahmad Bas would do. Ahmad Bas wouldn't be saying that, oh, but Bunkas think they are this. Oh, Manikas think they are this. It's how childish can you be? 60, 70-year-old man. You know what I mean? So I think our politician has to be, or they have to be responsible enough. And they know that their statement will be scrutinized. They know that we will listen to their statement over and over again, and then pick up what are the right things, and then criticize them for the wrong things. You know what I mean? So a state minister on a state tour, even on a campaign trail, wants to buy a vote, I would not expect him to say this, much more than it's nothing to do with that. Why at this time? The position or the place doesn't even call it. Because if you want to make a statement, you go to look at that. This is the right place to say it. But it was not even the right place. Unfortunately, some people were clapping for him.
Is he tribalist?
Huh?
Is he tribalist?
He made a tribal statement. let me put it that way. I wouldn't know, because tribalism is something, you have to be doing this consistently. We can show tendency of tribalists sometimes, but not necessarily we are tribalists. You know what I mean? But he made a tribalist statement. That statement was uncalled for, and I think it's right for that gentleman who waited till the right time to address it, even before they left that area. I think he addressed the issue in Farafenye, telling him that the only tribalists here and who tend to practice that is somebody else, but not Maninkas. Believe me, without the backing of Maninkas, Yajambe wouldn't be there for this long. We voted for him. We serve him at all levels, despite his hatred to us. Yeah? So the same thing, we Maninkas will need Jola, will need Fullers need Jola, they need Sere, we need each.
Sirifo is a bit, you got pixelation now at the minute, Sirifo. I think it's got to do with your network. You're right. Mr. Ali SK Manjang, wherever you are, I'm trying to get to you, but I can't see you online for some reason. Ali SK Manjang, if you're there, I'll be waiting for you for your comments to come on here. Put your President Barrow's Farmer Store in failure. Ahmad Ba put President Barrow's Farmer Store in a failure. You are, you can leave your comments here. Aliu SK Manjang is here. So what I will do is I will bring Aliu in to make a comment. And then Sirifo, you just stay there online. I'll come back to you in a second. I will talk to Aliu in a minute. Yes, Mr. Ali, wherever you are, Ali SK Munjang, I'm trying to get hold of you, wherever you are, Ali SK Munjang. You just need to accept this. Mr. Ali, thanks for what's your take on this? What brings about tribalism and how can we eradicate tribalism in the Gambia?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for accepting my my request to join you in this conversation. But I would like you to permit me to speak in local language. I'm more comfortable in doing so, and I think that that will allow most people to understand what I'm saying, and I'll be in a position to, fluently express myself. And this is not my first language.
Right. Okay. Which language is this?
Well, that's Mandinka.
All right. Go on. You can go for it.
Okay. Barka bake yalo mum na problem with jama wala nyindi ko sometimes nka diam concept la without operationalizing that concept niko moy ko development, for example amari nyantal no mu development before abe diam lai so ninko nyoy ko tribalism. So we have to define what is tribalism. But unfortunately, in the Gambia, in the political scene, baby jam can concept, but nobody bother himself or herself to define it. And doing that, I think that will and ngamira ko ntela jeroto ni gibiro ko kujamale bina jela ko ko tribalism. In fact, we don't have tribes in the Gambia at the particular moment. Science and academia, we don't have that. Because near tribal definition give in sociological perspective, definitely tribe can for walling into extended king of group or clan melialonko they have common ancestors. Well more melialonko be boda ku sun kilomobala. Be for example being commanding for example tribal but maninko be mo sun kilomobala. Imam be mo sun kilomobala. Yo banina da maninga kunda for example ta konto manjang. Ibena ko manjam tumando be fon mambo sun kilon fambala do bala so arabo le jamaje ka tribe tara world but pro ntol ya ye tribe tara jaga kole abakela yunto tumo janne mo wara bala we can have that but be jamano meto tan pro tribes according to that definition akakole abakela what we have is ethnic or ethnicism or ethnic groups ngole tangata ngasodo many ethnic groups, they identify each other based on similarities in language, history, culture. The different things moka afang identifier. Wala sab hani be Gambia history found a bar read kan. Kafoko naje bi model be fan claim na ko musidoti fenekre ga ko ethnization. Mune ethnization wala yinko tumo mi yalon ko ye fan la modul kamel ko ni kudo share bi for example ni ko sise be sise tara sidol kono o sise ba fangela ko atamu surwalte wala man ko but atle afang ethnicized tale assimilate into that ethnic group, he become part of them. And being kamel ko tribe was sise kunanko nsaba ko fana mandin kata but that's what the mandin ko take tribe for example the example of Dika, but they are ethnic groups because they all claim the same Fonko atoni similarity later ya so they can identify them. Maybe language, maybe culture, maybe something me an kanu si fa mulunta. So wala na bimbe bimen konton ko tribe, we have to know what those tribes mean compared to ethnic groups. So wala infant me along nyanta walta nyanta established before the nyo fenkaloba. Mbukam pambarandi ka concept minta kata ka jibe janim bata ba usla. I believe that Gambia we don't have tribes there, we have ethnic groups. Mandinko's ethnic groups, Surwa ethnic groups, because in other ethnic groups kono jibe dolbe je wal assimilate tale. Dunte kono le yefang identify as Surwa, dolbe je yefang identifies as Mandinko, dolbe yefang identify as Fulo, but in Nina wal jibe manke the same ancestors. But Yemensha willing intiko ye similarities in culture, similarities in language, similarity in lifestyle, similarity in other things me anko moka fan identify al intem unity. Dun fengoto domor fengoto and was falbe ye wala share so they became ethnic groups so be wala be caring so bimbe menjeka is not tribalism ethnicism wala nyinti ko prejudice against or for his ethnic group wala ñinti ko yello comme ça ila la fo yitandi baata groupe dola e ethnic groupe do itamenti wala ila la bal ya yitandi groupe dola so bi ngabo wala ke kante but bi membe problem be ke kan Gambia you cannot understand it for your murkoma e mbadi may e kuma do fo jeng I try to I don't believe that in that wala ñinti ko is aton the problem of the man ko ni sti ko don leltema it does not I don't think that's the truth that's the more like a main portrait but I don't think that's the truth I don't want to go into politics but let's come to the society okay munam prejudice wala ñinti ko ye fang ñandi modoto yaje ko le pisiatas okay manifest in different ways la wala ñinti ko ini ta sino la ni si day juti la killing ini ta futuno la hani ni futu de ibuka nyeto saba ite la kam ite to fe alon ko e ka ko wala tam ñinti buka la fi fenkala ni musique ite la musique la moy la ni la kam la ite la kam moy la to fe alon ko ka ko ñun dole tam de buka la ka sutiera that's that one prejudice to jam. Okay, now let us try to demonstrate that, or let us find the reality, Gambian social reality. Ngajibe, nka nyimenta nkata nka foten. Group jumale beje me alon ko they are known for that. Ani mo abekole abala. Sometimes ibina jela ko, for example, ni man nka dominated society. Ini model membe sirinje. Is neje ye gibe in other way around because it only theater. Yaje ko maybe okay ningil man killing. But at least you can they can accommodate them, but they will see them as minority. Nidara fula kunda the same, nidara surwa kunda the same, nidara but ye be killing jumale ka more assimilating wala more that empower to the extent that I fan I kordata diala sindi I bunyata diala futundi to the extent the five become a part of them amanja rongo prove is surata bulu fennela. But because we have to go to into our society more do ta ngita ngi jibe sina long ngalon ko jumale alfa kam ko tribalist jumale tribalist wala siva wala fedde men ko bi nyanta wala jibel alka men ko wandi kawta ka fa ninka kambalia fo it has nothing to do with tribalism or ethnicism can't alumanja low nganna kawta ngaf like mbediam kanyimta I know some people who find it like this is tribalism man diam tuba ko wala man diam suwa ko wala from kote I mean, in general, ila identity nyanto kwata ka itandi umaitende ko jutta mo kotenna. And we have to be pragmatic, we have to be realistic. Communication means promote jama yala kuma kaw nyinta amoy. Ka fa ko mol jama ka dan tuwa ko man ko nyinta tenyenda diama tuwa ko wala ntla ngani men dole ko nindi ando mo joyna diamo nyinta amoy. So ko no kaw kana mo jama ba lon na nyanta kala wala. So let's come to Gambia. I don't want to yes I know people will say that because I'm saying that. Ninko bring mol diam game mo jama ya amoy. Of course, literacy rate in Gambia is only 52. Well, I can read Akasabe. But Mojalaka understand is less than that. And that literacy rate include Arabic and English. So which means Arab karandi mo nyota yobondo wo percentage kono membe tulaje atesiala. Okay, now you come and see the upon the ethnic ethnicity population me ko Gambia ethnic group me ko beje mojelle beje me ala ko man ko surwa yete yo jibe ibina man ko le siata regardless of 32 42 it doesn't matter. Okay, so I need to love down a modi. You have to buy one more time. But of course, for the purpose of communication, you have money come mojama bola moila. It's not about because okay, mojama kafat in the moja, but yo, you problem. These are the things nyanta mo understand. Ninta di mo sida. Of course, nyanta mojama la kamoila because I've been told for nafala. Arabo ka ko man sanya luga na kawmi na jaming makrim. Ni wandi kawmi ika tanki ila court phone call ila court ila comme ça jam falal. Yajen yo but même problème o Gambia be ker mol kamuta ko nintende sida ten nga item fulat ndem mandin koti ni fula kan fo kam modo nata tumando asa ay surwa kan ta ko man surwa kan ma se gelena item surwa kan mai this is ngina problème o design yajen ka kan is good but ka kan kilim muta kaji ko mobe nyantal wol ni tema ma item guni that's the problem. And you know what is happening now me nyun ko nyinta wana people become conscious. Nunto people take other things for granted. Maybe by virtue of education, by virtue of exposure to external world, people become so conscious about themselves. Nunto Moses Sierra Suoko na one day counter yafoje now no. In fact, why I would do that? It doesn't make sense. It do me anko ya bondi yellow but no kasi alka one day count for. Fait la count problem will be but if you want to address that, People will think that you are tribalist because no, because it's the quality. The problem is nimela kaumai. The problem is nima wande kaumai. Ikajal, yo being for example, motor la doto, I so kon tara be jam ko wandi kam man kera ko he battle futa wala le mal fallom. Modo sabe ko no defon tribal yo ali bla men diate be ko no, that's the problem. Because Brita Uruta into a group. That group, they have this, cultural distinctiveness. Me alonko ikimolki lo wala. Niti ota yata yabula, you are suffering from something. So nina problem ot bi moto kon Gambia ni dunta drong nkambenga le même county je. Nimbi to ko yema bad bunka flatara be diam kam fonko la surwa ko la. You challenge the most have ko itlem problem. No, he is not. I can you remind because bad bunka fulo me ko manding ko. In normal circumstances, we have official language. Wala nginti ko nimbe na banko wala ko kachaka nun ko men tuba ko nyanta wala fola nimmo mo nata amang kando for tuba ko is questionable, but nata for the purpose of communication. For example, nim president bodo tata ntolla jara where majority amani ka mane ko ta foje, that should not be questionable because ntolla do mojela tuba ko moy. So this is the problem whole face can the Gambia here. More people are getting back to themselves. More be fall long kan back to the sign. People are now reviving their cultures. Again, cultural group cultural events, diaspora, and all those is part of reviving culture. And this is what we want. Yeah, I'm not problem. To be able to take promote, email la ko ijik modo janta ta promote la. Ginam problem. Gambia no janta wal janta ngata ngabulaje. Gambia is Gambia because we have different social groups, and Gambia cannot be Gambia without these social groups. But we have to tolerate each other. We have to tolerate. The problem is, nintengana musical la moda afnyo ko nyimfa atla nyinka mo nyimmunto musical. That's an insult to me. Ngana fo da ngadu nga yejelen na. Ngambena lifestyle ka mi alon ko yentu kulu wala yejelen nyawol. That's the problem. Wala moda amta ko ateta go masakunda nyanta wala adopt la. Wala government nyanta wala adopt la. In fact, we have a lot of wrong practices in the Gambia that has to be corrected. But starting that, they will attack you. So Gambian has to be realistic. We know our social reality. We know the composition of our society, and we have to accept ngamentaraje. We just want to create. We want to restructure our society. Then that's the problem. I will tell you one thing. Marxism is coming for. Iko membe kere wala nyinti ko molelu kuninta yalla problem do manke problem moti bi musodol be wul ke ka fa le nyanta manke ka fa ko do musol le problem no sa musol yakal num ci wala ki ka nyame ni ta society ko do modul be jemi ko de we are marginalized. Ila fond be was like totally ignored. They cannot be seen, they cannot be heard. But now they become conscious by virtue of education, by virtue of exposure. They know that okay, now we will not accept this to happen again. So these people, they become so, they bold in their position, and those people, they were in favorite position, they see that as a threat to them. In order to survive, what they will do, they will try to label them in order to desist them from going be a campaign to get themselves, to see themselves where they want to see themselves. So this is the problem now. Gambian, I don't want to go into politics, but this I'm talking about from social perspective. Gambia as a Gambia, our national identity cannot be constructed without considering all these ethnic groups and without considering the distinctiveness of cultures these cultures have. Babalantolu, Manjakolu, Sarakulu, Fulolu, Mandinkolu, Surwali, Be Fonkolta Yata Yasoto. Ninko Gambia, we in Gambia. In Moka Ben Gambia, outside Gambia. Nadiam te Kandola Mama Gamko, Fete and Gambia note. As a Gambian, which is not true. That is constructed. It's socially constructed, but it's not true. That doesn't reflect the Gambian reality. Gambia, Blata Jamiano Gabaflocata, Dow, the Becambia Muelaje. Manika come was Yara Gambia, but Sarbanko be Sarah of Yestaji for Manika Confal, and they are Gambians. Surakam for Serukundani at Ajanga, but that another motive bank start off for motive members Surakam Fola. But the concept is that, especially in Nibenim Great Banyan area, the Menkulu or Abaluta German feedback, it comes to Gambia in Kankiloman. The artists gender from being in Kamal. So this is the problem. We have to know our society. We have to know the reality of our society. We have to accept each other. We have to know Momola culture, yata from there we will live. whatever comes in the politics, that's another thing, you know, another people can talk about it. But bimbe nyemen je kan ten kabo ko kar bukan na kan fo kar nyul kan na kan fo wala nyita amman ce wati men ko mati I faw menti inyanta wal bambandla ni nga modo jabala culture bambande kan ala ya même kuku na taw kono do mo fennem bang music lem bang don fennem du fennem tankalem ba ni ma to ni ma tin no je manya na fenkala wodo yalla membe modol beje tumando wol man ya soto. You know, some people are assimilated. They know their root, but they are assimilated into certain culture. So they are in between. Most people they always feel threatened by Melialonko. They are very strong on who they are. If they pedal such labeling, district. I feel time when you I don't know whether you have question.
Okay, coming to another thing, you know, what do you think? Ahmad Bai's statement of Minfonyomi, you think that statement is tribalist?
Well, I mean, I told you, Ahmad Bai is a statement, and I would preserve my opinion on that. You know, maybe you don't know, maybe Manuel back, but I cannot talk into politics because doing that I'm going into politics. But definitely, it's very easy to know who is tribalist and which is not tribalist.
Okay, good. Coming to another point here, Manuel. Coming, you personally, you personally.
Yes.
Okay, ite personally, ite la jero re amera ko come ya fanya men ya culture nin cool fanya men ite amera jamal lo mu problem oti man nin cool lombang fo surwan lom fo jola lom fo fulo lom. What do you think ite amera jamal lom problem oti?
I mean I made a general description of the situation, so Momo Yanka Belamoka would be able to see based on what I'm saying, you know, who might be the problem. I'm not, you know, single out in any tribe. Kabako Wonder Funk. I don't think that's good.
Right, cool. Personally, you think if I'm saying, what can we do to eradicate this? I'm to eradicate this.
I mean, the thing is, well, we let us tolerate each other. You know, ngalong ko ito maintain do fana mudola ti mankling. I really believe fana do fana believe ta wala. It's all about tolerance. You know, kana mo de konte momenti mo be nyante kala de lafta men na modo lafta kala walti. Wala le lafta me ke mo be fana nyante kala wala nyam. Ninga nyo tolerate. You know, bagala kombitano wa nyama. Ngina mfenti me alon ko Gambia ni ta wala. Anu fana e nyaaje modo fana be complain kan because kudo le be ke kam alon ko manya na kala. For example, ni dara bankola karola. Yena tala ko for example GRTS. Man ko jara fa sitan nim fe. Ika si dantan na diamo je wala si dantan ko wala diamo je of course mo be diamo la di regardless mo be mo fala because membe keri you know fembe je kamene ko aton di diversity wala ngindi ko ni mo dul so lati man kiliya nin ko ngata be nyanta jela je wala diversity mo be findu lati but fenne be je e ka meno fana ko representation wala yinde ko etla family mo lulle be bul etla family mo sababe mbul lola family mo kilim babul ni ko ngal ngana cake nyinta ngata la ite be modul soro ani te me mo flas te kanyan wala so pour ngatli mo nyinta ngake wala ngo te me modul soto itla wait ngi anyata finta tala latole e kajel okay Gambe ngina problem bi for example be example la ningo GRTS ngara GRTS programme o tangaje wala na state TV de no FM radio kamenke yani wala muy fawso personal phone call let even though nyanta fene kamenka banko tala ba reflect la banko reality nyanta reflect comme kudol banda GRTS inya ko programme me alon ko ake manne kan compare surwa account compare full account bina ko surwa programme c'est full account even though surwa full siada surwa ti Gambia so bini ko be diamuna wala is a problem mode and most likely surwa program be caring it doesn't reflect the percentage of surwa in the Gambia yajal and that's a wrong practice amanya na kala wonyam fem fa nyanta kala according to mo be je nyame ni nga fonta ngata la ko diversity wala mo be finti nan chaw that's there but mo finta na inyata gelle sot la should reflect your population strength that population strength manje ko itla ala la nyinta wonyam yajal so wala nyanda ke nim ko man ko nyama nim modo na diam ta wala pour ka correctindi mo man no blame la because a nyaay fenne man ka nyanda correct la.
All right, Mr. Majan, thank you very much. Ngai ko baraka ba ke la ko mo senata we thank you for being there. Yeah, Manja baraka, thank you for being there.
Thank you very much.
All right, okay, baraka, thank you so much.